In a News 3 military report, a major expansion is in store for the National Museum of the Mighty 8th Air Force. A $10 million campaign is underway with plans to update and expand their exhibits and facilities. WSAD News 3's Jessica Coombs joins us live at the museum to break down their maximum effort mission.
Tina, 80 years ago, the preservation of the 8th Air Force stories of the men and women who served started. Well, now those 350,000 veterans will continue to go on to inspire future generations as the largest air armada this world has ever seen. That's all going to be possible through a 30,000 square foot expansion.
Folks like Chip and his fellow comrades in the Ag, they saved the world. This museum saves their stories.
In 1996,
the National Museum of the Mighty 8th Air Force preserves stories like those of 97-year-old veteran Chip Phillips, the last surviving member of his crew.
I was in the 8th Air Force, the 92nd Bomb Group. All my crew is gone. I'm the only one to survive my crew, in the crew of nine, and most of my phone book and address book, most of them are gone.
Every year, thousands walk through the museum atrium to learn the stories of valor and patriotism. But many of those stories continue to be lost. They aren't being shared with the next generation.
My father was a pilot in the 8th Air Force, flew 32 missions. I personally didn't have the curiosity when I was growing up to ask my father lots of questions and try to draw stories from him. And that's true of young people generally.
The maximum effort expansion will extend the museum by 30,000 feet. It will include a full-sized B-17 on display in the combat gallery. 87% of the museum's collections are behind closed doors. The addition will expand gallery space for new exhibitions and the STEM Education Center, creating better access to historical accounts and funding for preservation efforts.
This campaign is really about keeping the museum relevant for a next generation that needs to hear the message, but wants to hear it in a different way than perhaps they did 25 years ago.
Board members say the project will expand digital interaction for people around the world to learn the incredible stories of the men and women who were a part of the 8th Air Force. They'll break ground this fall with the whole project expected to take about 2 years. Live in Pooler, Jessica Coombs, WSAV News 3 on your side.